So let's start today's session with question answer of P3, that is point 3, keeping quiet. So first question, the poetic device used in the last line when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive is imagery, irony, paradox, transferred epithet. So first of all, look at the meaning of all these literary devices. First and foremost is imagery. And we have done in the previous two poems, we are very clear about this literary device. So while the poet wants to create pic in the mind of readers with words, so called see, given example, already given example. So very clear about this particular A literary device, poetic device. Now just look at second one. What is irony? This use of words to convey a meaning that is opposite of its literal meaning. Repeating the same, use of words to convey a meaning that is opposite of its literal meaning. Now just look at this line. The poetic device used in the last line when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. I think this interpretation definition suits this particular sentence. Here, the use of words to convey a meaning that is entirely opposite of its literal meaning is there. When everything seems dead, right? Everything will be still, and later proves to be alive, and later on they will prove that particular situation will prove to be alive. I think very clear so far as irony is concerned. So just look at the interpretation of third literary device, paradox. What is paradox, beta? Just listen. A paradox, the literary device, poetic device, a figure of speech in which a statement appears to contradict itself. For example, if you know one thing that I know nothing. Just look at the first part of the sentence. If you know one thing, and just look at the contrary statement, that is, I know nothing. I think very clear about paradox literary device. There is no doubt in that. Just look at the last one, that is transferred epithet. We look at the synonym of epithet, that is adjective. So transferred epithet, just look at the definition of it first. Transfer of adjective from one noun to another. Just explaining it again. Transfer of adjective from one noun to another noun. For example, she awoke from her peaceful sleep. Just look at the interpretation of this particular sentence. She awoke from her peaceful sleep. She was peaceful, not sleep. So I think we are able to look at the live example of transferred epithet here. So right answer of this particular question is irony. Dear students, I have already explained why. Never accept any answer without looking at why. Why is very, very important in our life, to be very frank. Before accepting any answer of any question, you must ask why. I think why of this particular question is very, very clear, and you are very clear about the four poetic devices. Now, just look at the next question, question number 2. We look at question number 2. We should be able to recognize the fact the poet evokes a symbol in order to invoke that there can be life, even stillness. Look at the meaning of this sentence first. The poet evokes a symbol in order to invoke that there can be life even with stillness. The meaning of this sentence is the poet wants to make us recognize a very, very important fact that in stillness we are able to look at life, dreams Meditation always highlight number of peaks in our mind, maybe of negative order, maybe of positive order. So that is why stillness is compared, contrasted, introspection, retrospection, self-examination, which is a necessity of life. So I think just look at this. The symbol is here, which symbol is used to highlight this particular point? Earth, rain, storm, cloud. So 4 options. We have to select one option, and right answer is Earth. I think very clear up to this particular point. There is no doubt in that, because we are talking about this planet Earth. We are talking about introspection on this planet Earth by human beings. I think very clear up to this particular point. Now just look at question number 3. Very, very easy question, but you will have to find the answer in a very systematic way. What will counting up to 12 help us with interrogation? So we look at 4 options, very confusing options. First one is achieving harmony, brotherhood. B is achieving goals and ambition. C, fulfilling wishes. D, winning a race. So we are able to think very keenly to look at the thing. If we have studied the poem in a very systematic manner, if we were involved in intensive study of the poem, we are able to get the answer very early. The right answer here is achieving harmony, brotherhood. I think everywhere in the poem, in all the 3 lectures of the poem, this particular fact, harmony or brotherhood, second fact, think explained time and again. Explained time and again, dear students, harmony means peace, we are able to look at. So I think we are able to declare with 100% confidence that choice number A is the right answer, achieving harmony. And I think brotherhood, no doubt in that, very clear. Now just look at the next one, question number 4. A man should be dash with nature. Look at 4 choices. Total compatible. Second is at war. C is confused. And D is irresponsible. I think we are very clear. It's a very easy question, and answer is totally compatible. I think very clear. Look at the next question, question number 5. If we look at the next question, we are able to get the man looking at his hurt hands is a. Must be able to recall the words of the poem. You are able to look at the 4th stanza of this particular poem immediately if you have studied properly. If you were attentive in your previous 3 lectures, you are able to understand the answer very early. Now just look at the man looking at his hurt hands is a. Number 1, number A, salt gatherer, diamond cutter, C, rag picker, D, surgeon. So very quickly we are able to answer that right answer is salt gatherer. The person who was busy in just gathering salt from the sea. I think very clear up to this particular point. There is no doubt in that. Now just look at the next one. Question number 6. Fisherman not harming whales means same stanza. We are able to look at fishermen not harming whales. I think very clear. What does it mean? We are able to just recognize the right answer very early. We are very clear about the meaning of this particular line of stanza number 4. Fisherman not harming whales. So just look at A, not causing extinction of whales. Second one is not disturbing balance in nature. Third choice is not going for fishing. And 4th choice is not disturbing the sea. I think we are very clear up to this particular point that we are killing the environment. Human beings are killing the environment. They are just making number of animals extinct. So right answer here is option number A, not causing extinction of whales. I think very clear up to this particular point. There is no doubt in that. Now just look at seventh question of today's session. When the poet says, we will count to 12, he means, look at the meaning. Very fine. I think the question is there. That is first line of the poem. When the poet says we will count to 12, he means that entire mankind, his own family, his friends, his wife, and himself. So we are able to get a very clear pick of answer of this question, complicated question, that entire mankind. Here the poet Stephen Spender wants to just convey this particular message to entire humanity, all mankind, entire humans, all the humans of this particular globe. I think very clear. So the right choice here is option number A, that is entire mankind. I think very clear about that. There is no doubt in that. Now just look at the eighth question of today's session. The point of keeping quiet is dash dash dash. So P.B. Shelley, Vikram Seth, Pablo Neruda, Kamala Das. So I think right answer is option number C. We are very clear about it because we have studied about this particular poet the beginning of the lecture, and repeatedly we have studied about even brief intro of this poet. We are very clear up to this particular point. And dear students, note one concept here. If question is in affirmative form, we possess right to write the words which are to be answered very early, which are to be answered immediately. Suppose the question in any question paper is name the poem or the poet. We are able to, there is no requirement of taking question base. We have to write poem, keeping quiet, poet, Pablo Neruda. So if the question is interrogative form with question mark, we must look at the question base. Otherwise, your answer will not be considered effective answer. You will not get full marks. You will not get 100% marks. That particular question, I think very clear answer is Pablo Neruda. Question number 8 is very clear, I think. Now just look at question number 9. In the end, he again appeals to the people that he would just thee or the. I had clear that concept. Thee, why thee in front of end? Because E and D word begins with vowel sound. So that is why we have to pronounce definite article the, not the. And if we look at the people, P is consonant. So that is why we have to highlight the. I think you are very clear about this concept. You can never ever be able to forget this concept throughout your life. Now just look at the right four choices. Initiate the state of inactivity. B is will not bother at all. C is completely ignore everyone. And D destroy the earth. Look at the right answer. Initiate the state of inactivity. Think you're able to understand this fact that the end of the poem, at the end of the poem, the poet again urges everybody, every human being of this particular globe, to just initiate the state of inactivity. Must be able to recognize the value of stillness. They must be able to look at the value of introspection and retrospection by just sparing a moment to recognize what are they doing on this particular earth. I think very clear up to this particular point. No query can be there for this particular question because it is very clear. Now, next question, that is question number 10 of today's session. Just look at question number 10. We can learn a lesson from. Just look at, must be able to recall the fact we did the, I think, detailed, elaborated explanation of fifth stanza of the poem yesterday. And if we recall the entire explanation, we are able to get the answer very early. But if we are not involving ourselves in keen studies or intensive studies, we can never ever be able to get the right answer, because all the options are very confusing options if we are not able to study properly. So I think we are able to highlight the point that right answer here is the or. The or the concept, I think very clear, very clear. Now just look at the next question. Question number 11. Question number 11 for today's session is, what, according to the poet, would interrupt the sadness of man's life? Very clear about the question. Meaning of question is very clear, crystal clear. So look at the choices. If you look at the choices, great laughter, huge silence, arguments, fights. If we are able to get the right answer very, very quickly, we are able to study properly, and if we have studied first two lines in a proper way, if we are able to pay 100% attention honestly and religiously for all the three lectures, very easy answer. So right answer is choice number B, that is huge silence. I think we have to move for next question, that is question number 12. Question number 12 is, the men in clean clothes would be walking with them. Concept clean cloth, think it's very clear. Fourth stanza of this particular poem, you are able to recall that. Must be able to recognize the meaning of these two words first. I have explained you people twice, students twice. If you are able to listen the things honestly, you are able to get the answer very early. Now just look at, the men in clean clothes would be walking with their wives. Option number A, option number B, brothers, option number C, nephews, option number D, friends. I think right answer, you are able to look at the thing, not I think, it is very clear, brothers. Clearly written in the poem, you are able to look at. So B is the right option here. Now, next answer, next question. Question number 13. Who would look at his hurt hands? Very easy question. Who would look at his hurt hands? Interrogation. That man gathering salt. Option number B, man gathering stones. Option number C, boys picking rags. Option number D, grave diggers. So I think very easily we are able to fit the answer. Answer option number A, man gathering salt. I think very clear. No doubt in that. Now next is question number 14. Question number 14 of today's session is, sudden strangeness is one of the following poetic devices. Every poetic device is cleared very systematic manner. We're able to recognize the clear pick of all the literary devices, because all the literary devices have revised and re-revised in P2 and P3. So first is simile, personification, second, C is alliteration, D is repetition. I think you are able to recognize the fact simile, If we just make difference in two different things by imposing two words, that is as and like, connectors as or like. Personification, when no living thing is considered as living. Alliteration, repetition of same consonant, sound or letter in a word twice, thrice in a single line. You are very clear. Repetition of phrases, repetition of words to just give the significance. Just look at subtle strangeness. S, we are able to look at. S is repeated twice. So with 100% confidence, we are able to declare the fact. Right answer, that is option number C, is alliteration. Now just move for the next. Question number 15 of today's session, dear students. He advises the people not to speak. He refers to the poet, Stephen Spender. You must be able to recognize the question first. Sometimes we are least bothered about the question. So automatically the problem is created if we are not able to recognize the question in a proper order. That is very difficult. We are not able to answer the question in a systematic way. We are not able to read the question in a right way. So if we look at question number 15, the poet advises people not to speak. Right answer is very clear. Any language. Very clear. Stanza number 2 of this particular poem. Let's not speak in any language. Make clear this particular answer crystal clear, but that can be possible only if you are studying from the core of your heart, dear students. Now just look at question number 16. If we look at question number 16 of today's session, how does the poet perceive life? So able to look at the meaning of this particular question very early, because this is a very straightforward question. So option number 1 as stillness. Question number B as silence. Question number C, a noisy place. Question number D, a continuous evolution of nature. So how does the poet perceive life? If we look at this particular question, just give us the transparent pick. That right answer is option number D, a continuous evolution of nature. Evolution, you are able to understand movement. I think very clear up to this particular point. There is no doubt in that. Move for next question. What are the different kinds of wars mentioned in the poem? Interrogation. Let's look at option number A, war against humanity. Question number B, war against nature. Question number C, war with gases and fire. And option number D, all these. So studying this all the choices, we're able to conclude very transparent way that right answer is choice number D. That is all these. All these means A, B, C, all are included so far as answer of this particular question is, because we are creating war against humanity, we are creating war against nature, we are just creating war with gases and fire. All the options are very true, dear students. So D is the right choice of this answer. Just look at 18th question of today's session. For today's session, 18th question is, which images in the poem show that poet condemns or hate violence? Look at the beauty of this question. Imagery, images in the poem show that the poet condemns or hate violence. I think we have to study all the options keenly. Fishermen not harming whales, very right. Wars leaving behind no survivors to celebrate, very right choice. And C, poet's refusal to deal with death, very right. So the right answer is option number D. All these, I think, very clear up to this particular point. Now, just look at the next question number 19 of today's session. Question number 19 is, what does hurt hand refer to? Interrogation. The question is very clear. Very clear. What does hurt hand refer to? Be able to recall stanza 4 of this particular point. If we are able to study, we must have studied we must have seen the thing, we must have just involved ourselves in intensive studies. Now just look at hurt hands. Have to look at growing needs of the man, growing greed of man, unfulfilled desires, growing insensitivity of man to pain. So here the right choice is option number D, growing insensitivity of man to pain. Answer is very clear. Explanation is that persons have to work hard for their survival. For that, even least bothered about their physical health or hygiene. So they are least bothered about the pain and troubles of their life. They are not paying any attention to their health or happiness, because they will have to earn by just working in continuity. They don't have time to stand and stare, even to observe themselves. So I think very clear the right choice is growing insensitivity of man to pain. I think very clear. Next step is question number 20. Dear students, look at question number 20. What is the poet expecting from fishermen? Just look at all the choices. To find more fish. No, wrong answer. To go deeper into the sea. Wrong answer. To think and stop harming the fish. I think this is the right answer. To think and stop harming the whale or the fish. He never wants human beings to create trouble for animals or aquatic life. I think very clear. Fish can never be fishes. This word is singular and plural in itself. Take care of this particular point. You must be able to understand the concepts and rules and regulations of vocabulary, grammar, everything. So fish can never be fishes. This word highlights singular and plural both. I think very clear up to this particular point. Right choice is option number C. Now 21 question. Question number 21 of today's session. Just look at. Very easy question. How long is the poet expecting everyone to stay still? Interrogation. I think able to get the answer very early for 1 second till we count 12. Very easy answer. Very easy answer. But that is easy for those who are studying. Those who are just least bothered about their studies, very difficult for them, because it's not easy to filter out right answer from the options. I think very clear. So right choice is option number D here. Now just look at the next question, question number 22. Question number 22 is, why is the moment of silence called exotic? Dear students, you must be able to recognize the meaning of exotic first. I think it's very clear, it's explained in a very, very elaborated way. Marvelous, excellent, unique, remarkable. I think very clear. So why is the moment of silence called exotic? Just look at the choices. Because of the beautiful scenery around. And if we look at second choice, because of the gathering. C is because of large gathering. D is because of perfect peace and harmony. So I can declare with 100% confidence that option number D is the right answer, because the perfect peace and harmony can be the right answer. While we'll meditate, while Humanity will be busy in meditation of 1 second when the poet will be counting 1 to 12, and the people will also be busy in counting silently. They will count 1 to 12 in their minds. That particular moment will full of peace and harmony. There will not be any interruption. There will not be any disturbance. There will not be any politics. There will not be any negativity. I think very clear up to this particular point. Right choice will be option number D. Because of perfect peace and harmony, I think very clear up to this particular point. Now just look at the next question number 23 of today's session. Question number 23 is, how can the moments of no activity help people? Look at this. How can the moments of no activity help people? Very straightforward question. But all the choices, they will be healthy. Choice number 2, they will be happy. Choice number 3, they will walk easily. Choice number D, to relax and be more thoughtful. So answer of this particular question is choice number D. That is option number D, to relax and be thoughtful. While we will be meditating, we automatically we will be getting relaxation, and out of that relaxation we will be able to think number of ideas. We must be able to rectify the wrong things we are doing. I think very clear. Now just look at the next question number 24 of today's session, dear students. Why does the poet request people to keep quiet? Just look at all the choices. Why does the poet request people to keep quiet? Option number A, to maintain silence. Option number B, to avoid noise. Option number C, to be friendly. Option number D, in the hope of becoming more thoughtful and peaceful. So very clear answer. Option number D, in the hope of becoming more thoughtful and peaceful. I think very clear. Question number 24, 5. The last question for today's session, dear student, because as per the timeline, we will have to close the lecture well in time. So just look at the last question of today's session. Why does the earth, what does the earth symbolize? Interrogation. Very easy question. We are able to get the meaning of the question very easily. So choice number 1, preservance and new beginning from seemingly stillness. B is stillness. C choice is greenery. D is prosperity. So the right choice, dear students, is preservance and new beginning from seemingly stillness. I think meaning is very clear, very clear. So last 3 minutes are yours. You can raise any query, dear students. It is yours. Because today's session is over from my side. We have done 25 questions of topic which we were doing for the last 3 days. So our 4th lecture so far as this particular lecture is concerned. We are very clear about the MCQs of a number of questions. So only 3 minutes are left. You can raise your queries. My side, all is over. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Any doubt, any query, you just write us.